We're glad you guys joined me today. Hey, there's a topic that's been very, very just tugging at my heart for the last couple weeks. Something I'm seeing a lot of people around me struggle with right now. Males, females, I don't care what it is. Everybody is struggling with this topic, and it's just been on my mind, and I've been praying like hell for these people because it's around this topic of these identities that we create for ourselves, right? And that we cling on to, and how they're costing us happiness, fulfillment, joy, purpose, you name it. And these identities that we create for ourselves when we get ourselves stuck in are just debilitating and keeping people depressed, anxious, alone, not finding relationships that can make them happy, costing them a relationship with God because you might think that you're too broken, costing you a relationship with somebody that maybe your dream partner could make you incredibly happy, but you think you're too broken, or you're not this, or you're not that. It is just so heartbreaking to see. There are men that I'm working with right now that struggle like hell with imposter syndrome because they've never seen anything through to completion. So what is this identity that is instilled in them? It's that they're a quitter, or they're a failure, or they don't have what it takes, or they can't compete with so-and-so. You guys, that's just not true. You just haven't seen it through and stuck with it to completion. I see people struggling in relationships right now, either with, I dare say, the wrong person, or somebody that is causing them a lot of stress, anxiety, or could be putting them through pure hell because they feel like they're so broken that they don't deserve someone that isn't as broken or more broken than they are. That one hits strong for a couple guys that are around me right now that are going through some struggle. I see people struggling with being alone because they've been treated like shit from somebody in their past, and they've now created this identity that they don't need anyone or want to open themselves up to anyone for the potential of being hurt again. Created this identity of being a lone wolf and taking pride in that. And if that identity were to break or to shift, another word you can insert here is frame. If that frame were to shift, it would throw them into a tailspin and they wouldn't even know who the hell they are anymore. And that is a deeply intense struggle. There were identities that I had created for myself that I struggled with for a lot of years. I was a failure. I was a cheater. I was a liar. I was a bad father. I was a bad partner, a bad husband. I quit. I failed at playing baseball. I tried to start several businesses and they didn't work out. So I was just an employee. I was a follower. But you guys, none of that was true. That was all stuff that I was making happen up here. It wasn't in here. It wasn't the person that God created me to be. I wasn't stepping in to my purpose. And I wasn't allowing myself to break through these paralyzing frames and identities that I had created for myself for a long time. But over the last few years, when I opened myself up to that and I started doing the work and I allowed myself to start feeling and I will say it, loving myself, there were a lot of things that I had to break through to get to that point. But my God, today, do I love the person that I am? I'm healthy, I'm whole, I'm deserving, I'm caring. I have integrity. I'm honest. I'm dependable. I love unreasonably. That started to shatter these frames that were holding me back. It started to shatter the limiting beliefs that I held for myself. It started to open me up to the idea that maybe I did deserve more and I could do more and I could be more. And that started to make me a man that I became proud of. And I knew that no matter what I set my heart out to do, I could do it. No matter what I wanted, I could have it. And I deserved it. I deserved it. The things that I was afraid of in my past weren't going to hurt me anymore. That's a tough one to open up to. Because I've put myself out there a lot in the past. Only have people come attack me. My own mind come attack me. And tell me I wasn't worthy. Tell me I wasn't good enough. Tell me I didn't deserve to be there. Tell me I couldn't achieve what I was going after. Tell me I couldn't have what I wanted. But God started to shatter those frames and create these new components of my identity. And He can do that for you today, but you have to surrender and you have to let Him, and you have to let go of some of the past things that have hurt you, some of the past ways you've hurt yourself. We all experience pain. We all experience failure. We all experience hurt. We all experience people doing us wrong. But it doesn't have to permanently be that way. You can do more. You can have more. You can be loved the way that you deserve to be loved. You can create the life and the business and the family that you desire to have, and you are worth it and you deserve it. You don't have to seek out a relationship with someone who you feel is as broken as you are to make yourself feel worthy. Some of us have created this identity of being a hero. I posted about this earlier today, having this hero complex. And I was talking through this with one of my coaches, how I felt I was martyring myself for a past relationship. And he said, stopped me right there. And he goes, I'll bet you that makes you feel really fucking good about yourself, doesn't it? You think you're some kind of hero for doing this, don't you? And man, did I have to stop and sit with that for a minute. That I was sacrificing my own wants and needs and my own future because I thought it was what I was supposed to do for someone that was more broken than I am. And that's simply not true. And there's freedom and there is release. And I'm going to go back to freedom because my God, is it freeing to break these frames, to destroy them, to break these damaging identities that we hold that serve us no purpose at all. That's what I want you to evaluate when you're going through this. Does this identity serve me, or is this identity costing me something I want, or is it harming me or keeping me stuck? When you start to go through this process of evaluation of yourself, and I'm really impressing you to do that, sit down and evaluate what identities have I created for myself that I'm holding on to right now. List those out. I don't care if you want to do it in a pro-con list, if you just want to start writing it out in a journal. My absolute favorite thing to do right now is just open up a notepad, and there is an app that I have downloaded on my computer that I have fallen in love with called Whisper Flow, that you click a button and you can just start typing and it starts dictating. That is how I journal now. I just turn this microphone on and start talking to it, and I journal and I go back and reflect on that. Do that on every one of these frames or identities that you have created for yourself, and just start talking out. Does this identity help me or hurt me? Is it moving me forward? Is it keeping me stuck? Is it helping me get where I want to go, or is it hurting me and costing me things that I desire? And if it's the latter, let it go. It is okay to let it go. Just because you've held on to it for 5, 10, 20 years doesn't mean that you have to hold on to it anymore. You can let it go. And you can create a new frame and a new identity today. You guys, real quick, if you've been following me here for a while, you know that my heart has always been with helping men become the men of God that they were created to be. And you know, when I launched my coaching program back in November of last year, it was originally under the Unleashed brand, and that's what it was about. That is what it was about, and that's coming back. So as of now, Unleashed is back. It's open. You guys, if you want to rock with me and my brother Nikki T, reach out and figure out, just reach out, let's connect, and I'll tell you how Unleashed is going to work going forward. We've got a school community coming up. Everybody's going to get access to that. There's going to be opportunities to work really closely with me. If you feel that you need more of a personal mentor, I'm going to take a couple guys on to do that. But you guys have known I'm here to help men grow and become the men of God, the husbands, the fathers, and the leaders that they are created to be and that you desire to be, because you know whenever you think deep down in here, that is the desire that you have. You might be hiding behind some identity and this weakness that you've created for yourself, but you know that that's not who you are. And you know that that's not who you desire to be. Unleashed is back. The podcast is back. That's what this is. If you're seeing this on social, you can hop over to Apple, Spotify, go find the Unleashed podcast. This is all getting published there as well. It is back. It is stronger than ever. It is going to be consistent, and man, are we going to make a difference. I've got a group of men around me right now that all share this desire, and we know that this is the mission that God has for us. And it's going to be coming at you hard. So man, if you want to roll, reach out. I'll tell you how to get connected. But take this message, share it, and let's get to work.